Okay, this is part two because my camera in the middle of me getting going cut the fuck off on me. This is annoying. I got to figure out what's going on there because this is annoying. When I'm in the middle of this, camera shut off, start recording. So this is going to be part two because if I put it in Sony editing and edit them together, that's going to take 2 hours. I just don't have 2 hours to do that for this. So I'm going to try to speed this up. So it said, how many years have you been playing guitar? I started playing guitar when I was a baby, 13 years old. My mother gave me a little crappy guitar, and I wasn't happy. She said, you learn how to play that, I give you a better one. So I studied for like a year, got a little better. So she gave me an electric guitar. Then I took formal lessons. And the answer to that question is, again, I started at 13. I started taking formal lessons, and I was very passionate about learning. And you have to be. This is not going to be 6 months in and you playing like a pro. If you're one of them people that think that's going to happen, you're gravely misinformed. It takes years to get good, And I became good enough around 19, and at 20, I started playing professionally on recordings, because a lot of the times, how I got a lot of gigs and was able to play on recordings because I'm like, I don't want any money. I just want to play. And when they hear that and they know how decent I was at the time, I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to let this guy play. As opposed to those 20 other guys in the rehearsal hall that want to get paid. And they're not even as good as this guy, So then it took off from there, And as you proceed, you get better. Because it's not just about playing the guitar. It's about having a good ear, which will develop. It's about learning how to arrange stuff. Where should I put the guitar in? And how do I balance the piano versus the guitar where they're not clashing with each other? And the other instrumentation, and then vocals and hearing harmonies. And it's like, I want you to do this part, then do this part. Because it's interesting, one of the first outside production jobs I did, or project outside of my band, this lady, she had a beautiful voice. She sang Anita Baker. She had a hell of a range. She could sing the Cold Jam, Lisa range, and then go down and sing Anita Baker stuff. She was just, And what was interesting about her was when it was time to go into the studio and do harmony parts, what I had to do for her is she would sing her first part, and then normally you play it back, and as they're hearing the first part, they hear it, they start harmonizing with the second part. She couldn't do that. She said, that throws me off. So I had to shut down the first pass and then just give her the note or the key or the note to sing in harmony with that. And we did like 3 passes like that, which was unusual because normally you want to hear your other stuff so you can make sure you lock in. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into becoming a good musician and not just playing your instrument. There are some people that just play their instrument and they're totally lost on anything else as far as, well, what else should I add to this? Or is this clashing with the piano? Or am I locking in with the other instruments? So that takes a great deal of time. For me personally, I would say I got pretty decent, or I said to myself, I'm decent. 10 years in, not 6 months like these apps or these programs show. You'll be playing your favorite songs by the end of dinner time, You don't want to go that route. Take the traditional route, pay someone to teach you, because you're not going to learn how to become a good musician sitting here on YouTube watching fingers, But there's some people think they can pull that off. I'm like, okay, I've only been doing it for 30 years and, you haven't even started playing yet, but yet you believe you can do this. When I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to do this, So those people you leave alone because they totally tapped into reality. They have no idea how things really work. But hopefully I have answered your question. So if you're interested in me playing that song, I can teach you, but you got to go through the tabbing service. It'll be $20. My PayPal information is right down there, morrisman64@hotmail.com. Once I receive your payment, I will have that song sent to your email within 24 hours of payment. So I can do it. You just got to go through the tabbing service. And again, I understand that people that are new to my channel, they're not quite sure of the process, but that's the process because I just don't have 3 hours of free time to give to anybody. I mean, I guess I think a little different from most because I'm like, if someone's going to spend that kind of time, I want to compensate them. I mean, even though I might not realize at the time that there's a fee, I'm like, well, I'm going to pay you anyway because, I don't want you over here 2 hours of giving free time to me. You know, it's just not fair to the other people. And even if I didn't have that time and service, I would think like that. I'm like, you know, I'm always going to pay people. I'm always going to pay people for whatever they do, even when they don't want to get paid, because I'm like, that's just what I've been taught how to do. You know, my dad said, hey, you know, being a grown man or even whatever, don't go around asking stuff. If you think you're going to get it for free, you know, offer to pay for that service. So I'm going to sign off now. Until next time, take care.